Alright, NoGoodGamer here. Welcome back for episode 10 of Stoneblock 4. Today, I want more garden cloches. I know I said I was going to do possibly the Ignis dungeon or try to do the Ender Chicken, but I want more of these garden cloches to get some other things set up, and to do that, I need to get the processing line set up to turn planks into treated planks. Because I need treated planks to make not only the cloches themselves, but also the table that you need to use to build them. Now, a couple things I did off camera. Again, nothing super crazy, but I will explain a couple things, and I will actually build something in the process of explaining this as well. So first, I moved over my actual crafting thing to here, put it up on top so I can have my little side thing. So like whenever I need to make wire, I can get into the stone cutter. If I want to make some frame stuff, I can go there, chopping things, having to do any kind of upgrades. A lot of random things outside of gear do require the smithing table, so it'd be nice to just have it right next, so I have all my little stations. And as I require more, I'll just add them onto the spots around this. But aside from doing that, as you can see, I no longer have my Ars Nouveau magic stuff down here. I finally moved that upstairs. So up here, what I've done is I've put the enchanting apparatus over in this corner with its 8 pedestals. It should be able to reach this one. It doesn't have to be like in a ring around it or anything like that, as long as it can reach all the pedestals. I just haven't had to use any recipes that require this outside one just yet. I haven't needed 8 yet. Most of the ones I've been doing only need like 2 or 4 things out here. But I moved over my production of the soul stones to right here on the wall. Instead of having an actual chest for them, I just have it pulling lapis out of the system and then pulling the gems back into the system using filtering with the pipes mod. And then this is the thing I was talking about that I built new. It is a source relay depositor. So what I've done is I've doubled up on how many I doubled up the source generation, and now I make enough to be able to fill these jars, as well as I'm using this one. I have linked to that one over there so I can speed up this process. Now the way you make those is I look up relay, and you'll get your right here. Now that's the depositor. Where's the regular? There it is. So you get a regular source relay. Not super expensive. 6 gold and a source gem block, which is only four of those source gems that I'm generating up there. Get one of these, and then gotta get 4 hoppers. And this is one of the things I do like about Ars Nouveau. It's just neat to do. So over here, you get your 4 hoppers, stick them on the pedestals, and then you stick the relay in the middle, or on the apparatus. And then we get our fancy little crafting thing, which I always like. And you right click, get that out of there. Now I got a source relay depositor, which is what this is right here. And all you do is once you put it on top of the jar that you want to be putting your source into, and then you just use your Dominion one and you shift right click where you want to pull from, and then you come over and you right click on the depositor itself. You can only have it take from one location. There you can set a send location too, so I could have had this like sitting in the middle so it would go up to it and then over to here, but it's just far easier when you just stick it directly on top because it'll automatically deposit into that. And what I'm doing with this is this speeds up this process. This will go on its own quickly, but as long as I'm feeding it source, it'll just boost how quickly this moves. As I said, today we are getting into setting up the process for automating getting the treated wood that I need for these cloches. And to do that, I need to get a coke oven, and I'm going to need I forget what they're called, a spout, I believe. It's the easiest way to do this. Yeah, if I get one of these as well, with liquid pipes, or fluid pipes, I can pump when I'm needing. It's because you need, to make these treated planks. So I'll just look up the cloche real quick. Make this easiest to understand. So starting from the cloche, I need basic engineering blocks, iron mechanical components, which we've made this earlier in the quest line, and incandescent light bulbs. The incandescent light bulbs have to be made on the engineering bench. Along with a blueprint, you need glass, copper, and paper or bamboo to make your bulbs. But to make the engineering workbench, you need treated wood slabs and the engineering crafting table and treated wood fence. It just requires you having treated wood. Now to get treated wood planks, come on, why isn't it showing it? There, that one. So to get treated wood planks, you need this creosote oil. And you can either do it by crafting it with 8 and a bucket, which is super wasteful, or you can do it like this, where you use 125 millibuckets per. And you can just stuff the planks in from one side. So what I'm planning to do is, because the way to make the creosote is, like I said, a coke oven. So you can either use a regular coke oven, which is really slow and it's a multi-block setup. I don't know if the advanced coke oven is multi-block. I don't believe it is, though. But it does use power. So I'm going to have to set this up downstairs. Because I do not have wireless power as of yet. But that is what I'm going to be working on very soon. But for the advanced coke oven, is actually fairly easy to make. I just need 27 of those coke bricks that I would use to make the other coke oven, a block of iron, and and a bucket of lava. Doesn't even require power or source or anything else, just lava and this stuff. And it looks like it's just a 1-block powered coke oven that works faster. So I think that is going to be our option for this. So I'm going to go with coke. We'll go coke bricks, which it looks like it makes 3 at a time, and I should have all the stuff that I need. Is it only sandstone, though? So I'm thinking I'm going to make some sandstone real quick, because I only need 7. I don't know how many I have. So just to be sure, I'll do that. Go back to coke bricks, grab this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh wait, it was 27, wasn't it? So I do need 2 more. My fault. If you're wondering why I'm just waiting for it to rotate, it's because I don't want to have to mess up my search. Oh, I only needed 2 more. Whatever. But 8, 9, so yeah, 27 of these, and then all my metals downstairs. I don't feel like going down there, so I'll just go into here. Go to iron and grab my 1 iron block. And then I do have a basic fluid tank on me, which I can use to just, or at least I should be able to. It's not letting me pull directly. Alright. We'll just do it like this. So I'll just grab my, oh, why is it not letting me grab? Oh, it was doing this before. Is it because of the lock? I don't think so, but I had this issue before my last playthrough where I just stopped being able to pull anything out of here and I had to pipe it. Yeah, that's not a big deal. I'll just do it this way then. Because that's the other thing. You could just put a lava egg from the lava chicken. You could just right click it into one of these buckets. So now we will be going to the world engine. And I already have power hooked up over here, but I don't really need it right now. And then you could just take the lava, left click that into there. Boom, boom. And now we're going to get our advanced coke oven. Last time I did the regular coke oven, so I'm curious to see how this works. It does say it's powered. I hope it doesn't take too much power. Oh no, I right click instead of left clicking. It's been so long since I've used my teleport gun that I forgot, or my portal gun that I forgot that right click is what I had set up for here. Anywho, now I have my advanced coke oven. The next steps, there are way too many of these guys. Hey, where'd the other one go? There he is. Alright. Oh, and in case anybody's wondering, now that things have gotten better, you can really see my DPS on my bow and why I'm using it. Now then. Now I need... Get this off my bar, this off my bar. Just need a log. Take that, strip it. And then... Get me a copper, because I should only need one of these. So I'll do that. Oop, not looking up a spooky thing. A spout. Oh, I don't have any dried kelp. Wait, do I even have any kelp? I do, but I don't have a kelp farm as of yet. Well, it looks like I might be setting up a kelp farm as well. Stick that boy in there. Shift right click to go 10 at a time and then bring it down to 5. Stick our snad directly on top of there. And then now I need to grab... Got a piston somewhere around here. There we go. There's one. I'll have to make an observer though. But I'll go ahead and put that there. And do I have any more cog blocks, or I might have to make some more? I have one cog block, so yeah, I need to make some more. Just copper around redstone blocks. Don't need too many. Do that. Boom, 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 boom. And then I'm gonna use... You know what, I have glowstone. I'm gonna use glowstone just cause. Add some light in the build. Go like that, and then I'll get an observer to stick there. And go like that. Yep. Just like that. And then get some more copycat panels to cover this up. I can just do that like that for right now. Pick that back up because I don't need that there. And then yeah, I was over here forgetting where my endless water was, even though I have water right there, but like I said, for some reason it doesn't want me to pull buckets from it for some reason. So I'm gonna stick that on there, and then we'll, as usual, stick that in there, which since it's pulsed snad, oh my Jeebus. Now we can cover it since it completed the water itself. Oh no, I forgot to leave a block gap. I'm a dum-dum. Alrighty. So now... Now I need to get a... There. My gosh. So now I need to lock that. And then, oop, stick it on the network. What are you doing? Whoa. Right there. Now we got a spout. Now I need a, what the heck is, oh my god, where's a depot? Give me one of those. This I'm thinking right here will actually work okay. Probably go. Oh yeah, looks like it just works. Can hold 16 buckets, that's nice. So then I want that there. This here. And I should be able to just do that. And let's see. Thinking maybe the simplest way to do this would be to, because the funny thing is to do this I need to stick like logs in here to burn them into making it, but then I also need to use planks with that oil outside of that, so maybe I do want to put a bonsai thing over here. There is a sawmill I can set up for this too. Yeah, precision sawmill. Just need a steel frame. Make that precision sawmill. So I can use this. Okay, so yeah. Now I am gonna do another bonsai. Should only need one. And then I want to go with a chest. And then do I have a sophisticated upgrade? I feel like I should have at least one more sitting around somewhere, like a copper one or something. Whoa. Let me do this. So, yep, I do have one. I knew I did. So now what I'll do is I'll get this and let's go with a, cool, I already have this open, so we'll go upgrade base because I'm going to need two because I want a void and a hopper, advanced hopper and advanced void upgrades because I want to void everything other than the logs. I don't really need anything but logs, and then I want to avoid anything over a stack of logs. So I'm going to do that, and then where's the hopper upgrade? Right here. So I'll take a hopper, and then an advanced hopper, which needs a dropper. And now, okay, I think I got it. Oh Jesus, you know what, I'm gonna, hanging out too close to lava, I'm gonna take my ballista off so they stop killing themselves. I mean, I'm getting a bunch of free ash for whatever reason, but kind of tired of all the noise. So I'm thinking, put that there. Oh my gosh, still have that in my offhand. And I'm fine with breaking it, that didn't bother me. Throw those in, and then I'll have left side push. And then, yeah, it'll be top hole. And then for the pushes, we'll have it on allow. And I'm going to be doing birch because it doesn't have like apples or anything that spawns with it. So do that. Stick my bonsai. on top. And now doing this as I go, I didn't like pre-design this or anything. I just had an idea for how I wanted to set this up. But with this should grow these and pull into here. And then now that, oh, I need it to be iron if I want it to be. Okay. Am I able to make the copper to iron, which, yes, I can, okay. Yeah, it got stuck in here for some reason. There we go. Now, we'll go void overflow on everything so it doesn't give me more than a stack of anything. And then this, go for this one is going to be input right. Let me go set all the non-input right. And then output. Auto output. And then it just needs power to start doing this stuff. And then I'm going to have this output top. So that all works. And now I'm going to need to tap into our power. And just like that, that's now. Yeah, see, burn time, it's pretty slow. Takes quite a while, but it'll eventually go into here. Now I'll be feeding that into here. So goat killed himself. My defenses are just too strong. I'm out of food. Oh, I got cooked pork chops. Oh, nice. A new heart. That's dope. But yeah, now I'm gonna also have this push to the. Actually, let me go. Yeah, I'll have it pushed to the right because I'll just stick the sawmill right here. Do that. Energy. And then we'll have that as the input, and then I'll put front as output, auto. And I'll output that. And back into here. I'll make right side push as well. Because then we're going to use the precision sawmill to chop our logs into planks. It'll eventually make enough to where that'll fill up, but I'll probably just go grab some logs to do a quick start on it. This also makes sawdust occasionally, so I think I'm going to stick. You know what? I'll just stick this as input output. Because then I can actually use this. Nice, it doesn't want to connect. And I can filter it to only pull planks. Anytime you need to filter pipes, you have to at least get the advanced pipe upgrade. At this point in the game, they're not horribly expensive considering that everything is pretty much free and constantly generated. So I'm just gonna put some random crap in there first, but I'm gonna go like this, add, and go birch plank. So I get regular birch plank. Oop, regular birch planks stuck in here. And then I can take that out of there. Do that. And this seems to be working okay. Oh wait, you can enchant bonsai pots. Hold on, hold on, hold on. We're gonna learn together. What the heck can I enchant a bonsai pot with? Unbreaking fortune? What? Hold on. Fortune 4 and Breaking 4. Not to mention that apparently we can now power it to turn it on and off. Okay, let's see how this works. I'm sitting there looking at it like, wait a minute, wait. Something different. We'll stick that back in there and this in here. So the pot's got enchantments of its own. Let's see what happens. How much more is it going to end up making? Did it not make anything? What the heck? Couple logs. Those are getting stuck in here. But I mean, I'm getting my creosote oil now. And I mean, the good thing is too, is if once this backs up, it'll stop processing these, I believe. But it turns it to coal, or charcoal. So I'm getting some free charcoal out of this as well. I'm avoiding anything over. And I'll do this with logs. I'll block logs for the overstack void. That way I can do this. Because now, as you can see, this is now kicking into gear. It's not insanely fast, but now that it does that, boom! Treated log, or treated planks. And with that, this will actually come in handy. Because without this being connected yet, I can take my time setting this part up. And oh wait, what am I doing? Easiest way to do this. Grab that. And then just shift click it into here. So now it'll do that. And add that to the system. Go upstairs and set a spot for treated planks. Right there will do. Add it. And lock it. Now. Hey, I have slabs in the system. What are you talking about? Oh, I didn't. Whoopsie. My bad. I was right. They are in the system. I just didn't attach it to the system yet. So now, yeah. Fence. And engineering crafting bench. And one more time through to get the engineering workbench. Which is one of the workbenches I'm going to be sticking right here. Bulbs. Copper, glass, paper. 30 of them. Oh, I ran out of paper, it looks like. Hmm. There we go. And just like that, after all of that, boom. 32 garden cloches that I have made myself. Now to set up the room that I want to put these in. Go in about 20 and widen up that. I should have given it a odd number so there's a center. This will work. Whoops. Overclicked. Let me get my spell book. I can see. Yeah. That, but I'm going to take off this end one because I do want... Oh, whoops. Put away all my regular stone. I want to cap off this end so it is a room. And then I'll dig this out a bit deeper too. And this is a method for getting water that I knew about, but I didn't really have any of these plants up yet. I didn't have too many of them. I hadn't gone around and done all the bone mealing that I would have needed to do. But by doing this on its own, that will solve water. All I gotta do is pump directly from these pitcher plants. And all of these are now gaining water. If you can't tell, there's a certain way I like to do this. I like to use my access points and stuff, which means I'm gonna want this one popped out as well. Alright, so there's that. I didn't do it on this side. And as for how to get your void shimmer soil into here, all you have to do is using that the void shimmer or the celeste gem hoe, put that in there, and then you just split the stack. It's 2 to 2. Do that. It doesn't even use any of the energy to do it. And then now we can come over here with these and stick these up in the center here. Just makes it easier. Going like that. Needed to attach these to the system because, let me see. Yeah, not like that. You are going to be pulling in bone meal. That way, yep, these all got filled. Now I gotta go to this side and do the same. And I think I'll do up and across here to get them connected, and then I'll just stick this on one spot of this to get the power going. Because I intend to extend this backwards, so I didn't want to just drag it across this wall. I'm not 100% sure. Yes, it does. And just like that, we now have bamboo automated. And then on top of that, I can get rid of this area by grabbing one wheat seed And instead of having that really slow process for wheat, I can do this. Just like that, we're consistently generating more wheat. And I don't think this, yeah, that's not on the network, but I do have wheat on the network over here. So yeah, now we can see on here, this is filling up. And I don't necessarily need to void this either, because once it fills up, it'll just stop making more. Kind of like what you see with these right here. They're completely full, can't grow anymore, so it just stops. Once I get actual wireless power instead of this random spectre coil, which I don't even know if, like, if you can get these outside of just looting. But now we've got those two going. And as I go on, I will be adding on to this, and then once these are all full, if I need more, I'll extend it even further out. As I find the seeds that are required, honestly, I do probably have quite a few over here, like pumpkin seed, was that beets, hemp is a good one to get a hold of, mushrooms, the brown mushrooms I'm going to want to do, but that needs to use mycelia, so I'm actually going to have to downgrade it, I think. What else is there? Oh yes, carrots. Let's go get these put in. So this one, let's see. Oh, I can use them on there. Nice, that's fantastic. And then we'll do industrial hemp, and beetroot, and pumpkins, carrots. Not 100% sure, but yep. Now I have bastion fruit. We'll throw. Oh wait, does that not? That might have to grow on dirt or something. I'll look it up in just a second. Instead, I'll stick berries in this one. I'll go cocoa here, flax here, demon seeds here, which I need to get demon fruit put on the system. And I didn't have any more. That. Let me go stick the demon fruit over here. Boom. Give me my seeds. Stick that there. Give me my seeds. Give me the cabbage. Alright, and I know this was probably an awkward episode, but we got our garden cloches set up with a good portion of the plants that I'm going to be wanting to be automated. Still want to do a little bit more later, but it's going to take a bit more crafting and progression before I want to get to that point. Or before I'm able to get to that point, I should say. But with that, we will be prepping for another mob farm next episode. I'm going to try to figure out a spot I want to put that up. But we're going to get a mob farm for sheep, cows, chickens, stuff like that, so we can get meats for food, since I'm consistently out of food. Plus, when you have a consistent kill chamber for cows, you have a chance to get everlasting beef, which is a beef that once you cook it by using a campfire, it's everlasting. It never goes away, and it gives you the same amount of saturation and food recovery as eating beef. And the other thing that's good for is you can give those to your guys that are over there brushing, your unearthers, and they'll have a permanent food buff. But with that, we are done here. And if you like what you see, you learn something new, maybe just like the way things look here, maybe you like my plans, maybe you hate my plans, who knows? Maybe you have some ideas. Maybe there's something you guys want me to do. Is there a farm you guys want me to start working on, or is there a setup you guys want me to start working on? Maybe a quest line you want me to start pushing faster. Maybe there's something in the quest logs that you want me to dive into that's not even part of the main quest. Let me know. Leave your likes, leave your subscriptions. Leave some loves, leave some hate. Whatever you do. The most important thing, have a good one.